sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Dog. I love that song by Disturbed. In fact, I was a big fan of the band in their early years when they weren't yet Disturbed. They were just slightly agitated.
I swear. If you have roommates, they would think you were nuts.
Welcome to Dad Joke 101.
The sports page brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Their windows and doors can stand up to the relentless heat and howling wind of Florida. And right now, Black Friday sales event, 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. 0 down, 0 payments, 0% interest for 2 years. bestwindowsflorida.com is where you can check it out. How did that taste, Golden State? Huh? How did that taste, Steph Curry? Huh? You better go back to that home in Winter Park and, batten up the shutters, all right? Because the Orlando Magic outran the Golden State Warriors last night, 121-113, 28 points on fast breaks last night. The Magic last year, the big emphasis during the offseason was the Magic wanted to play faster with more up-tempo. They were 24th in the league last year in transition shooting frequency, which means they were just plodding along. This year, number 1 in the league. So they are moving the basketball. They're getting up and down the court. Didn't have Paolo Banchero again last night. 6 players in double figures. Desmond Bain led the way, 23 points. Anthony Black, who's been playing really well, he scored a season-high 21. The Franz, he had 18. Wendell Carter Jr., 17. Tristan Da Silva, 15. Jalen Suggs, on down the list, he had 13. He just returned from that sore groin. So
complete team effort.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome last night to watch that game.
Hey,
and
dog.
And they made their free throws.
When you talk about the Franz on your show, you still give me credit for coming up with that, right?
Well, not every time.
No, I don't want it every time. I just want you to not forget who was the Franz originator.
I gave you credit. I gave you credit in the paper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We had more of a one-man show going in Tampa last night. Left winger Jake Gonzalez for the Lightning gets the hat trick in a 5-1 thrashing of one of the better teams in the league at the start of the season over the Devils.
Yeah. How'd that taste?
Exactly. Double dose of how that tastes this morning.
We might get a triple.
College football playoff latest rankings came out last night. Top 3 remain the same. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. Miami is creeping up. They moved up. What were they last week? 15. They moved up 2 spots to number 13. This week, they're still 4 spots behind Notre Dame, which is a bone of contention for Miami fans and, of course, ACC fans because Miami beat Notre Dame head-to-head. They both have the same record.
Did you hear Reese Davis ask that one guy from the committee last night, that specific question? He goes, well, what's going on here, your differences between Miami and Notre Dame? Well, we looked at their losses, and Reese goes, Miami beat Notre Dame.
Right.
Come on, man.
Miami's problem remains they're probably not going to play for the ACC championship, right? In fact, if Georgia Tech beats Pitt Saturday and Virginia beats Virginia Tech next week, that will be your ACC championship game, Georgia Tech versus Virginia. Here's what Miami has to do to win the ACC. You ready for this? They need to win out. They have to have Virginia, Georgia Tech, and SMU lose their remaining games, and then have Duke lose one of its final 2 games.
Having all that happen is highly unlikely.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But, listen, being a Canes fan, at the end of the conversation, they did this to themselves, losing 2 games they should not have lost. So
yeah, I would still have an issue, though, if Notre Dame gets in and they as an at-large and they don't.
Provided they finish up and win convincingly in their final 2 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They have who do they have this week? Do they have Pitt this week?
No, they have Virginia Tech this week and then finish
Virginia
with Pitt.
Tech, then Pitt.
Yeah.
Then Pitt. Yeah. Lane Kiffin news yesterday. Lane Kiffin went on the Pat McAfee show, ESPN.
I saw that.
and essentially said, hey, Ole Miss is not giving me an ultimatum of when I need to decide if I'm staying or leaving. I don't know if I believe him or not, because there are multiple reports out there, including one from ESPN.com that says Ole Miss wants him to make a decision by this weekend. Now, they didn't say it was an ultimatum, but they would just like him to make a decision this weekend because, hey, let's face it, Ole Miss needs to know what their future is as well. Are they going to have to go hire a coach? They need to start a coaching search if Lane Kiffin's leaving. I certainly understand Ole Miss wanting to know what Lane Kiffin's going to do. ESPN also reported or confirmed the report that Layla Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's ex-wife, who he's been reunited with, she was in Baton Rouge earlier this week along with some of their kids, and they were in Gainesville as well. I don't know if they were shopping for real estate or what they were doing, but evidently.
Can I ask you, I'm curious in your opinion, if you're Lane Kiffin, why say anything to the media?
Well, he didn't really say anything.
Why even go on the show? I'm just, why, when you're ready to do whatever you're going to do or not do, do it.
He was trying to clear up the Twitter rumors. But you know what? A lot of the guys said, hey, if you're him, why don't you go for it? The best deal at the end of the day. They said 3 losses, you're done anyway.
Back to Lynch's question, why? Because Lane Kiffin loves the attention. That's why.
That's true, too.
That's why. And, I mean, as Taco just alluded to, he's going to profit big time from this no matter where he goes or stays. In fact, Ole Miss, it's being reported, has already said, hey, whatever Florida or LSU gives you, we'll match it and some.
I do like the comment that I also think I heard Bob say is go someplace else and get 3 losses and they want to run you out of town too. It's just, you can't. Everybody wants everything.
That yesterday. He did say that on the McAfee show yesterday. He says he's on a group text with Kirby Smart, Steve Sarkisian, and they have a saying. All right, these coaches, they have a saying: lose once, you're out of the top 10. Lose twice, you're out of the top 20. Lose 3 times, you're out of a job.
It's crazy. Yeah, you stop it there. It's absolutely crazy.
Right. So. I have a conspiracy theory. Is this all right? Maybe Lane Kiffin, he does love the attention. Maybe he's getting all of this out there, getting this build up, as going to LSU, going to Florida, and then he announces he's going to stay at Ole Miss. What a hero he would be then, right?
He'd be a hero. He's also delaying the recruiting process for the other 2 schools and anything moving forward past this season, which could be evil genius level tactics here, Bulldog.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Oh my God, Gator fans would lose their minds if that happened. Listen to Lynch's evil laugh. He wants it to happen.
I love chaos, man. I do. I've told you that, especially in college football. All right,
Mike. It'll be interesting to see what happens. By the way, LeBron James made his debut last night with the hated Lakers. He missed the first 14 games of the season.
Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, he is the host of Game On with Brandon Kravitz weekday afternoons at 3 on FM 96.9 The Game.
By the way, happy birthday to the late, great big band leader, Tommy Dorsey. I'm getting sentimental over you.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.